Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to a brand new video here today, and welcome to us finally tackling this F1 2021 spec car for Assetto Corsa. Now, I'm sure you've seen everyone and their mothers already make a video on this mod. Take me a while to get round to it. I thought I'd wait for Christmas, you know, I had to wait to get it as a present, you know. Yesterday, underneath the tree, woke up early, went underneath, found a little box with the download link on, and hey presto, I can finally get round to making a video and trying out this mod for myself here on Assetto Corsa. I'm just joking, I don't know why it really took this long to get around to it, but we're here eventually, and we're going to try it out around the Circuit de Catalunya. First of all, as per usual, just see how it feels, really, to drive for myself, and then obviously the more important thing is how the racing is versus the AI. Now, obviously, the majority is going to be all what the Assetto Corsa AI can do, and not really the car. Obviously, the F1 2021 cars, the spec of it is being made to induce better racing, but we won't really know what it's going to be like until we get some actual AI that also coded to that kind of stuff rather than this Corsa AI, which are obviously very old right now. But it'll still be a lot of fun to just see how this car reacts and looks also around the circuit. Obviously, you can already see on screen, looks pretty damn mean in terms of the spec they've made for this mod, so I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so here we are then on board with the 2021 spec car. Already you can see the differences in terms of the actual tyres over them. They've got these the aero devices over to try and control the airflow, and the halo looks a little bit different. The general bodywork also is a little bit thinner at the front end, and generally also the front wing, you can't see it obviously from onboard, but from offboard you'll see the front wing and everything is very, very different. But here we go then, let's see how this drives. Feels already kind of weird and unique compared to obviously the Formula Hybrid car I've been driving, and in terms of the downforce, need to get used to everything here. Right, trying to get used to this car. It's feeling very stiff compared to the 2019 cars we've been driving on Assetto Corsa as of late, but feels pretty good in a stiff in a kind of good way in terms of like I can feel the weight of the car, very nice indeed. But already I can tell the aero is a little bit different. You know, you don't have as much front end grip, but you maybe have more rear end or mid corner grip perhaps due to the tunneling effect that we've got with the ground effect and the diffuser. But the front end definitely isn't as bitey, I think is the word I want to use, compared to the modern current cars we've got. Feels very natural to drive though, I must say. It's coming quite naturally, apart from that understeer there, but that's the general Assetto Corsa understeer, I think, kicking in. But feels pretty good on that first lap. That's not even a hot lap really, that's just a out lap here of sorts. Oh, a little bit iffy on the curb there. Let's try and see. Let's go for what we've got in terms of modes. We've got Eco, Hot Lap, VMAX. I'll go for hot laps in this practice session here, just to see how we go into turn one. Get the power on a bit early as I can. Slam it down. All right, looking good. A little lift off here needed, so it's not flat out yet. Maybe I could adjust the setup maybe in terms of wings and could maybe get it flat out. I'm not too sure, but I'll stick with the default. Ooh, a little bit shaky there. Feels good though already. Getting some more confidence in the car. And you can see there, like I understeered on that right-hander, but like halfway through the corner, it started to grip up a little bit, I feel, and kind of came towards me. So it's almost like mid-corner. When you get the power down, you're getting some more downforce delivered, and like the car's gripping up more. Whereas before, it's more about initial biting and then kind of controlling the car, making sure it doesn't wag too much mid-corner. Easy here. Good. Decent, actually. It's actually, compared to other Catalunya laps I've done on Assetto Corsa, I've done a fair few Catalunya laps over my days for videos with various F1 mods. This definitely feels the most comfortable to drive. Like, most of the time the cars feel very awkward in Sector 3, whereas this feels pretty damn decent in Sector 3, actually. Alright, so now we're just going to kind of appreciate the car a little bit from off-board replay cameras of those laps and just kind of talk about it a little bit, obviously, because it is a car made to the 2021 spec. Obviously, it's made entirely at the disposal of the mod makers, ACFL, so obviously that's their own interpretation of what the car could look like depending on the rules. They've made, I believe, 3 different versions based off Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, and then those kind of adjoining affiliated teams, a la Alfa Romeo and Haas for Ferrari. You get different liveries for that one, and then you've got Mercedes and obviously Racing Point, I assume, in Williams, etc., etc. here. But looks aggressive. Obviously, it looks very, very similar, as it would do, to the kind of concept cars we've had from F1 themselves, in terms of that artwork they did and the kind of CGI videos they made when they first announced the proper 2021 rules. Maybe a little slight difference in the nose. You know, the nose here is very, very thin. The front wing connects to kind of like a single pylon rather than the double pylon that we're used to seeing in Formula 1. In terms of the wings and the rear wing, though, looks kind of very similar to what F1 envisaged. The engine cover is a little bit different. They've kind of gone with a two-prong engine cover. The normal engine cover that kind of tapers in, and then they've got the massive shark fin in the back, trying to get some stability, obviously, mid-corner, which it would be very important if this is going to be a car where it produces more downforce, more grip mid-corner. You don't want any kind of, wind side sweep in the car, but you want to keep it all going in one section. Also, if you've got a massive rear wing like that as well, you'd want to also try and tailor the air kind of a bit more uniformly towards the rear wing as much as you can there. And also you can see the barge wheel area a bit more, unique, I guess you could say, a bit more aggressive on the front end as it comes up and is connected to the floor rather than being a different kind of piece. And you've got a very small inlet for the actual side pods, and the side pods actually as a whole are tiny. Like, they look miniature compared to also the tyres as well, because the tyres also look bigger. You've got the bigger rims, so visually speaking the tyres look a lot bigger, and then the side pods are tiny in comparison, so you've got a lot of free air, a lot more space for free air to flow through, and obviously that's the whole point of having hopefully less dirty air coming off the back of these cars, and then the air also has more ways to move around the car, less aero devices manipulating it, therefore, and a bit more of it being done underneath the car with the barge wheel area and the floor area, and so therefore hopefully better racing. Like I said, we don't know what it's going to be like. It's going to be majority all down to the AI when we do it here in this video, but the hope is in real life, the numbers say it should be a lot better, but obviously we won't know until we get to that. But that's the fun of just doing these kind of videos, just trying to have a little bit of fun with it and see there's some insights into it. So without further ado, let's get into a race then with some AI around Catalonia. Let's see how the racing is. I'm sure it'll be quite erratic anyway, as it always is on Assetto Corsa, but let's see if there's going to be some nice side-by-side moments. Here we go then. So 6 red lights for 5 laps of Catalonia. We've got the Red Bull ahead of us on the left and the Toro Rosso directly ahead. But here we go then, off the lights. Going to take a little bit cautious here because the AI are a little bit iffy, as usual, off the front lights. And also, I'm just not too sure how this car's going to feel on the opening lap in terms of the tyres heating up, because on the opening laps of the practice session, the rear end did want to step out quite a fair bit. So we'll try and see if we can go down the inside. I'm going to take it nice and easy here into turn 1. Just let them have the room and see what we can do, as there's a bit of kerfuffling there. Into turn 1, the rear end stepping out a little bit, I can feel, off turns 2 into 3. Need to try and get some heat into the tyres and wind up the car a little bit, but here we go now. Taurus and Red Bull side by side. Can we nip through to the inside of those two? Maybe not. These cars are I've only just kind of, you really just now realise now racing these cars, they are massive cars. Like, they feel massive against one another. We go down the inside of the Red Bull though. Scrub him out. Is he on the inside? A little bit there. I can see him in the mirrors just about, but the halo blocks quite a bit of it. I think he's still sort of there, maybe. I'm going to turn in. We're good. We're good. Up to P14 then, and building some speed. The Toro Rosso goes for a little move. He's going to, nearly go side by side with that. Is that a McLaren or no? It's another Red Bull. Fair play. Toro Rosso gets the Red Bull car. Obviously, these are all just equal cars, so that's why the Toro Rosso is able to get it. But obviously, it would be marvellous if the Toro Rosso could battle the Red Bull in 2021. But we go down the inside of 2 Toro Rossos, squeeze them out just about up into P11 then. But already the AI also showing some decent racing there. But I'm having some fun setting it down the inside a little bit, and following the cars isn't too bad, really. As we go, geez, it went to neutral gear. I'm going to go so slow there for the AI. Through the chicane. Off the back end though, flat out there, nice and easy. Right, gain the speed. I just saw DRS open for that AI. I don't know if it automatically opens up there, because I've not even bothered to click the button for DRS, but oh well. But here we go, into turn 1. That car's got the McLaren. I don't know what, I think that's just a custom livery I think that car's got, or maybe it's just a team that I haven't really seen quite yet up close. But here we go now, getting the power down on the inside. Oh, get on the curb. Down the inside of the McLaren though, and let's slow it down, please. Slow it down. Oh, yes, we've just got it. No, the McLaren comes back. Good racing there. Nice switchback from the McLaren. It's the Williams, I can confirm. I just saw the Rocket sponsorship there, but down the inside of the McLaren, he's still going. And this AI of the McLaren's giving me a real hard time here. Right, can I... I thought about trying around the outside, but he's blocked me off there. Fair play. Oh, God. I've been dive-bombed by another car. Okay. These AI are up for it, actually. They're feeling very punchy. Right, okay, come on. Let's wake up a little bit then. Make the moves when we can. Because if I dawdle too much, they will actually fly off the rail here. You can see 1 and 2 are way off in the distance on the meme out there. But we dive down the inside of 1, 2 cars. Get the Renault. So admittedly, the AI a little bit slow through that left-hander. But we get them. They're a little bit faster elsewhere, though. So they make up for it. But 1 and 2, you can see on the minimap, are not even there anymore. They've checked out, I think is the word to use. I don't want to swear, but we've got AlphaTauri retiring. That's one of the Toro Rossos, of course. I've been saying Toro Rosso, it's AlphaTauri, of course. Need to remember from next year onward, not even 2021, from 2020, from next year. It's going to be Alfa Tauri and Alfa Romeo. That's going to be an absolute mouthful. Right, here we go. Gaining on the Mercedes car. I've definitely not got DRS open. I'm gaining on him pretty damn well. So that's very good to see. The slipstream, at least, in the straight line's good. Down the outside we go. And there's another side-by-side moment ahead for the AIs. And McLaren goes round the outside of another Williams, I believe that is. As we've got chasing off to Alfa Romeo now. Can we try and get him round the outside? A little bit of a wobble. But we get it done up into P8 then. He's going to have me down the inside, though, as I'm not too confident on the brakes here into this corner. Get the power down, though. Try and get it on the exit. He's still there on my inside. He's still there. He's still there on the outside now for this next corner. We'll squeeze him out, though. And we're up into P7. Just about. Yeah, he's still moving about, though, in the mirrors. And this corner, I'm definitely not as confident on the brakes as they are, as they're able to gain some time on me there. But we're up into P7 now, making good progress. Lap number 3. The laps have flown by so far. So we got up the hill, though. Get the power down as early as I dare. Closing up. Going to go to the right. Going to go to the inside. That's been the best place to make the move down the inside, and you can see there the AI definitely brake way earlier than they need to there. But the McLaren and Williams car still going at it here. What's it with McLaren and Williams? This is a prediction for 2021 that Williams and McLaren will be two bitter rivals in 2021. We've had 2 fights now. The one I already did and overtook both of them, and now this second fight going on with this second pair of McLarens and Williams. Maybe, like last question mark challenges, maybe this is going to be a little bit of a wizardry for the future, maybe. Some predictions of who's going to be top. I mean, you've got a Haas in P3, so I'll be very surprised, to be honest here, but, anything could happen. You never know. That's what we're kind of hoping for 2021, that it is a season where anything could happen. You could have another Brawn GP sort of story. That would be the absolute fairy tale, I think. But as we, go way too deep into turn 1, and have to remain in P6. Got way too confident on the brakes there. Went way too late. Lost the rear end. Right, we gain composure. We can get the McLaren this lap, and then I think maybe the Williams on the next one. I think that might just be the max we can get, unfortunately, because the other AI, the top ones, they've actually really checked out now completely. I'd need probably like 5 more laps to catch them. All right, pushing up the hill. Come on, little lift off there, then flat out. 6th gear. Come on. Yes. Here we go. Going to go on the right this time. He's going to squeeze me. He will a bit. Easy does it. On the brakes. Ooh, I've got a little bit deep. Get it done, though. There we go. He cuts in behind us. And we're up into P5. Let's try and get P4. I don't know. Maybe if that Haas went slow enough, we could maybe just get the podium now as well. Yeah, 1 more lap, and I would have got, I think, P4 and 3 here. But just a bit too much of a gap there that I lost with that mistake we made into turn 1. As we close right up in the last few corners. Oh, this is a massive tease here. On the exit, we're not going to get it. We would get it in a straight line, but obviously the checker flag's going to fall, and we're going to finish up in P5. But that was some decent fun racing at the Circuit de Catalunya there, for myself and the AI, I would say. Obviously, it's not conclusive whatsoever. It's just a little bit of silly fun here with the car there, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Hope you stay, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.